First off, cheers to you all. I'd like to introduce you to Ron, and Ron is the Spanish word for rum, so Ron. And Ron tonight is a Zacapa, Ron Zacapa XO. Let's see if that'll focus.
There you
And you
go.
notice it's an expensive bottle, but it's getting pretty low, so I have to go back to Guatemala. So cheers to you all. Anybody else got a drink to introduce?
Elijah Craig.
What is that,
What do you-
Rory?
Elijah Craig bourbon.
Give me
Very
a
cool.
give me a half hour. I'll tell you what, the weather's going to be cold enough up here in Calgary to warrant drinking scotch and bourbon.
Are you in Calgary already?
Yeah, got in earlier today.
Yeah, I get there Friday night, so
Say Tom Cale should be there shortly if he's not already.
Tom who?
Tom Cale.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been following him, maybe you have too on Facebook there, and he had a little problem, had to have a new battery put in his motorcycle.
Oh, is he riding to Calgary?
Yep, he left a week ago, I think, or maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. He's
Good for
been
him.
slowly going up the coast from, I think he started in Los Angeles when he got over there. And
Uh, no, he started out of Tennessee.
yeah, but I mean, he went all the way over to, I think, Los Angeles before he started going north.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
He's going a straight route like what we do.
So he's posted some pretty cool pictures though, I'll tell you that. So
If you want to have some fun, follow Nancy Barbie and Colleen Bonadonna. They are bringing the Rotary polio torch from North Carolina to Calgary. I don't know if you all are familiar with the history on the torch or not.
What's the name?
It's Nancy Barbie, Barbee.
Okay.
Just follow, if you follow her, and you'll see some Facebook postings about the Rotary torch and its journey. So
Okay, look.
it came back to the U.S. last year in October for the Zones 33, 34 event, and Nancy's been carrying it ever since.
anybody know Gail Turner or Abigail Turner? She's a lawyer up in Canada somewhere, Benchmark, Canada, wherever that is. And she just wrote me, she's not going to the convention, she just responded to my call for help. And she just got back from motorcycling Isle of Man and around Scotland. So I'm asking her to be a presenter for us sometime.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it does sound like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, actually, I have friends who are doing that next year, and
Cool.
I want to get them to come and speak because she is a double amputee. She
Oh,
lost both lower legs in a as a result of a motorcycle accident. And she's actually one of the people I'll be seeing this weekend. She is going to ride in the Hoka Hey Challenge with my husband next year. So we're super excited. And she's got a lot of cool stuff. She's a real advocate for wheelchair bound people. It's just an amazing woman.
I know two people that have lost legs in T-bone accidents on motorcycle, and both of them still ride.
Hmm.
So interesting. I hope not to join them.
Hey, no, we just safety first.
Yeah, thank
Safety
you.
first, kids.
Hey, Rory, what do we got to do to share Happy Bucks? You got to send out a QR code or something?
Believe they can just look up if you get into Venmo, look up motor. All
Well,
right. Yeah, the Rotary Club of Motorcycling Rotarians. It'll pop up. And it's a Venmo.
okay.
I'm
There's
Well,
pretty
so
I'll
happy.
many.
share. I'll share a happy buck. Today tomorrow morning I get to go look at the new paint color. They did a test run today, so I'm taking all the parts over to the painter. I've got most of the parts in terms of stuff that's adding to the bike, and it's got less than 100 miles on it, and I'm still spending a lot of money on it. But nevertheless, it's gonna be mine when it's done. Very unique. So
So it's a 2025 and you're painting it?
it's a 2025. I drove it home from the dealer and immediately started taking it apart. And I've got every bit of gray silver plastic off of it, ready to and stripped and ready to be painted hot rod yellow. So, and the bike itself, if you look up the 2025 Goldwing DCT Tour on Honda sites, you'll see the colors. There's three Goldwing tours now for 2025. Two of them are considered anniversary models, but they got unique paint jobs that I don't really find that interested in. And so I bought the silver colored one, and everything silver is going to be turned gold, and it has no chrome on it. It's all black chrome. So black or black chrome, but it's all black, and all the parts I've added are black as well. So
So
it'll be interesting.
you're
And
gonna
Rory talked me into some
Bumblebee.
fancy lighting, so you're going to be
I
annoyed when
didn't
you
do
see
that.
this.
Not my fault.
Well, I did that and actually bought two pieces in the back that made sense. It's lighting on the trunk level so that you can see the turn signals and such. And I've always liked the lights that flash at you for a couple times before they go on for braking. And so this is capable of that, but it's capable of a whole lot more. So, and Debbie, after she saw them and she found out there was more, she's all into being seen at night if we're riding at night. So she talked me into spending a few more dollars. It's not
With-
going to be the most expensive vehicle I've ever owned, but it's damn close. So that's my happy
and of
buck.
course, her talking you into buying some more stuff. Her talking you into buying more stuff was really a hard sell, right?
Yeah, I guess that's a second happy buck. And she doesn't plan to ride with me this year.
She
I'll
hasn't,
give.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Rory.
I was gonna say Debbie wasn't against it since she went for a ride in mine.
Yep, that's right.
I'll
Okay,
They
give
have
she-
some.
tested. Go on, go, Chris.
I was gonna say I'll just give some sad bucks. I had my motorcycle out in April to get it inspected, and I haven't had a chance to get on it since. So
You've been a traveling fool.
yeah, it's just been a little crazy. I mean, since February, I've been almost every weekend traveling somewhere.
I know I've been watching it at the distance, and I'm like, oh, there goes Chris. And oh, Chris has gone to Calgary today. Oh, look at that. I'm a little jealous. I wish I could be in Calgary, but the universe kind of put the kibosh on that one. But that's okay. That's okay. I know everybody who is there will come back and tell good stories about things they've heard, especially with all of the quick changes we've been seeing this last week with the incoming president and all that.
So the president-elect was actually one of the training leaders when I was going through to be governor.
Oh, wow.
So I remember that.
Hey, success. I just paid $2.
Yeah, I just
It
gave
works.
a couple bucks. I gave a couple bucks also.
So how about that? It works, Rory.
My phone keeps flashing, let me know people are not sending me money. I just got to figure out when I set it up, I set it up as a business account, but then it wanted my information, my information. So I go looking at it. Now I go into Venmo and it says it's my account. My business profile is the Rotary Club of Motorcycle Rotarians. No, it's supposed to be the other way around. I'm simply the contact person to the account. So I gotta call them and straighten that out and figure out what's going on. Because it goes into account, the bank account is in my name for some reason instead of the club, according to the primary. So I have to take everything that goes in now and transfer it into the club account. It's weird.
I'm just glad we did that because that'll make it a lot easier. I use Venmo a lot. So like when I get my new updated dues statement, that's a breeze.
The
Yeah, I've
only
already
thing is we pay like $2 or 2.8%. So
Is that what it is? 2.8?
yeah, I think so.
That's a pretty good rate.
Let's see, what is it here? Come on. Hate new technology. Eh. Oh well.
Yeah, I got another happy buck. Dang it. Should have waited. Just remembered this, but I sent this email out to everybody and I've sent it out to like 60 people about the changes to the club. And some of the former members is who I'd sent it out to as well. And this earlier today I got a response back from Jim Dodmead. He says with these changes he wants back in, so I'll be proposing him as a member again,
Yeah,
which is great. Jim's actually going to the convention and he's helping at
I
the
saw
booth.
your email about that. I think that's fantastic.
Yep. So I've got some other ideas about reaching out to new people too. So we'll see how that goes in a little bit. And if it works, if as I do it, I'll share it so you guys can do the same sort of thing. And I'm looking for speakers. I kind of put it off till we made a decision about Tuesday nights, and now I'm looking for speakers. And I have somebody signed up for the fourth Tuesday of June, but I can't remember who. I gotta go back to my emails and figure it out. Or July, I'm sorry. That's gonna. I'm hoping it was through email anyway.
In terms of speakers, are we interested in any like Rotary speakers, Rotary
Oh,
educational
absolutely.
kind of speakers? Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, would we like to hear from past president Stephanie at that point?
Sure.
I might be able to get Stephanie to come talk to our club.
I've known Stephanie for over 20 years. She was my trainer when I was going through the governor stuff. So,
Yeah, she's wonderful.
yep. Cool.
Well, I'll take another happy buck. I and one other Rotarian in my zone have created a new concept for Rotary membership, and we're all focused on creating clubs. And so it's been approved by Rotary membership, Brian King, and we're calling ourselves the North American Club Creation Team. So we have about 58 team members that are focused on opening anything from standalone clubs to um, companion clubs, which are traditionally known as satellite clubs. And we've been doing this now unofficially for about the last 4.5 years. And we've opened just over 180 clubs. And we committed to RI that we will open, with this team, will open 250 new clubs in North America between now and the end of the Rotary year of 27. It's getting so much buzz that GBI is interested in doing what we're doing, and South Pacific Zone 8 is also interested in doing what we're doing. So, and I can share with with this club, if you all are interested, a little program about what it's all about, because it's not just opening clubs. We put an app together to support it, which is a totally independent app, but it walks people through a 4-step process, and our team members are all trained on how the 4-step process works. So it's pretty cool.
I'd like to hear about it. Um, I'm guessing everybody else would too, huh?
Definitely.
So how
Yeah,
about, I don't have anything scheduled for Tuesday, July 1st. What do you think?
that'll be my first day back from
How about
Canada.
Tuesday, July 15th?
Yeah, the 15th may work. So let me talk to my business partner on that.
Hey, I did write down the other one. What's a good title for it, Chris?
Taking the first step.
Taking the first step.
We have the largest breakout room available for Calgary.
That's the one I
The,
signed up for, right?
yeah, this is our 4th year in a row of doing what we're doing. And we have a room that'll hold 750 people. And it's been standing room only all of the 3 years prior.
Considering July 1st is right there in that July 4th week, do we want to meet? Deb?
I'm kind of glad you asked that question. I would say let's not meet that week because we know plenty of people are going to be traveling. It's the holiday. I am okay with not doing that and just starting the second week of July.
How about we shift everything then, and do the 29th as happy hour?
I love it.
Okay, no sweat. We've got Chris on the 15th. We've got Jim Gilmore on the 22nd, and he's going to talk about sustainable membership, actually. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
ooh, the 22nd. I won't be there though. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not right. Why does I got that? I wrote something down wrong. I'm at a baseball game, but I think that's on the 19th. So, no problem. Well, the District 6380, and a lot of you probably haven't paid attention to it just because we're so out there. But 6380's opening event, usually we have something called Meet the Governor type thing or something like that. But we're having a baseball game, and it's looking like a lot of family people are signing up, so it's going to be fun. We're going to go. It's a second tier or third tier, whatever they are, professional baseball team that's here in Detroit, and should be a lot of fun. So.
Sounds like it.
What other good stuff? Actually, Rory and I tested our Happy Bucks, so our Venmo is definitely up and working. So I'm very excited about that. Um, Rory, we'll have to work on getting the QR code so that we can share that in the meetings. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'm about to become president. Isn't that crazy? Um, Amanda and I are working together. Obviously, we've talked a lot about trying to get everybody participating, A, B, even participating kind of on your local level, doing those service projects and or just getting involved on your local level. With having so many associate members who are part of regular clubs, we want to hear about the projects that you are going out and doing and the things that your clubs are doing. That's always super interesting to me because I think sometimes I'm like have the weirdest view of Rotary because I wasn't a bricks and mortar member. I have only known it this way. And so for me it's kind of a new adventure and I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm going to get some chances to visit with some of my local clubs here. And one of the things with I was talking earlier about my husband doing the Hoka Hay Challenge in 2026. Part of that is you pick a charity to benefit. My husband has picked the PTSD Foundation, which they run a facility here called Camp Hope, and they are an amazing foundation. And what they do on very little funds is pretty mind blowing. And so I'm doing a lot of events with them right now. Um, and it's just cool to get out there. And the minute they find out I'm a Rotarian, it's amazing how many people go, "Oh wow, you need to come and talk at my Rotary Club." So kind of some cool stuff for the little club that could.
No, the little club that would.
The little club that could. And Chris, I've been watching that the new group you set up. I'm very curious, the companion club business. So I'm very interested to hear more. That was something when I was at Pell's, we were starting to hear about, and that was one thing a lot of presidents from clubs within our district were very curious about us because we are an e-club, and they're in a lot of cases they were like, we didn't even know you existed. So and then they're hearing about the companion clubs, and now I think some of them are starting to think outside the box. So I think this will be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, the reason we started calling them companion clubs instead of satellite clubs is as we started talking to people about opening satellite clubs, we get the first syllable of satellite out of our mouth. You know, we get sat and everybody would shut us down
Mm-hmm.
because in most cases, people think of satellite clubs as a group that comes into an existing club. That club nurtures it, the satellite club, and then they launch, and their membership numbers, while they grew while they had the satellite club, all of a sudden diminished to nothing, or diminished below where they were before. And when you talk about a companion club, the whole concept behind a companion club is that that club is associated with its primary club and never wants to leave. It never spins off on its own. And so that has fostered a lot of goodwill and people interested in creating companion clubs as opposed to satellite clubs. It's really a mind shift. Um, Same
Definitely.
concept, except that the companion club never has a desire to spin off and become its own club. And
Very interesting.
so we've got about we've got I can't remember the exact numbers right now, but I think it's like 240 some companion clubs globally, um, that are actually running under the flag of the companion club. And 38% of the total have been opened in zone 33 in my zone, all from the effort of what Patrick Longano and I have done together.
Oh wow.
And this whole thing grew out of Mark when President Mark Maloney was in office, and he created the Innovative Club Advocate Program. Um, I was one of the designated people in Zone 33, along with who is now our director, Patrick Eakes, and he and I took it very seriously, and we ran with it. And out of that came Patrick Longano, who we found in a little town of about 7,000 people. And I'll let him tell his story. But basically, long story short, his wife wanted to become a Rotarian. But the problem is that she is a kindergarten teacher. So you think about when a generic Rotary Club meets, most Rotary Club meets for
Middle
breakfast
of the day.
or at lunch or rated after hours, and of course most of those times she is in school, so she couldn't be a Rotary Club member, which she really passionately wanted to, and her husband Patrick was already a member, so he got frustrated by it because he went to his club and said she wants to be a member, and they said no, have her go to the breakfast meeting. Of course she couldn't go to a breakfast meeting, and there was no other club choice in the area. So he created a companion club that basically does service only. And their whole focus is service. They don't do any speakers, they don't do anything else but service. And they meet
Wow.
either as a whole club or they meet in groups periodically throughout the month to do service projects. And this is the whole concept that's really caught on.
It's catching along,
That
as I
is
understand,
really
really big with
interesting.
young people, right?
It really, ironically, it's been younger generations and women that have wanted to join these clubs.
Hmm.
So
You kind of
the
you can kind of call
his
it the no bull club, right?
yeah, yeah. So he went from again, this is a town of 7,000 people. They already had a club with 80 people in the
Oh,
lunch club, which used
it's
to
a
be
big club.
200. They have about 30 people in their breakfast club, and he in the course of 1 year started the companion club up and went from 1 to 79 members in about 6 months.
Wow.
And most of those people are still there.
Uh,
If you think about today's person, a lot of people don't have either the budget or the time to commit to regular Rotary meetings, but they all have a heart of service and they want to give back to the community. And so that's how this club really got fostered, was by going after a different concept. Jerry, it's very similar to what you did with this club in that we have associate members, which is a whole new concept that Rotary had never heard of before. And again, it's that thinking outside the box of creating an opportunity for folks that can't come to our regular club meetings.
Cool. Very cool.
So anyway, a little mini sermon on what the program will be about. Hopefully we can do it on the 15th. So
Very cool.
Yeah, I kind of think I'm getting kind of positive from the feedback I've had so far. So I'm starting to get a good feeling about our changes and what we're going to be doing here in the next few months.
so Jerry, the commentary that you're getting back, is it because a switch from Wednesday night to Tuesday night? Has that been what the
Well,
big thing has been
that's
about?
the early on thing so far.
So
And that
what's been,
was it was
I'm sorry,
interesting.
go.
It was only a few people, but just early on, there were just a few people that have commented to me that things have changed and Wednesday was just not happening. And I've been watching our recordings, and I'm surprised it's all along, and we didn't do them for a while, but I will go back quite a ways, and there's a lot of people that watch those recordings, and you can't tell who it is watching, but every now and then one of them pops up to be 20 to 30 people. And I'm like, that tells me something if they can't come to the meeting.
Yeah.
So, and we didn't get a lot of feedback. I mean, not a lot of people filled out that survey on it, but what did, there was some chunk in there about Tuesday or about Wednesday being tough.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, we'll try it for 6 months. We may have to, there was some stuff in there about the time of day too, and so we might have to rethink that and maybe do half hour later or something. So
Mm-hmm.
it depends how serious we want to be about people, the spread away from this. The West Coast is particularly tough trouble with because they're at 4 o'clock time frame. I think that's your time frame, isn't it, Larry?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And so that was
you,
our trouble when we lost Scott, was he had trouble making meetings because of that.
yeah, and you're going to pick a day of the week, and there's probably somebody who can't make the day of the week. Well, Tuesday is my regular Rotary Club meeting. So if you guys are
Yep.
meeting on Tuesdays, I probably will never be here. I know I haven't been here much, but it might
Yeah.
go from infrequent to never.
Well, we'll go from there to see what we got.
Yeah.
This is a 6 month try, and then we'll see where we go from there.
It trust me, guys, there was a lot of discussion. We went kind of around and around on this, and my theory, once again, because it's my presidency, um, it it was, let's try it. We're gonna try different things. We have to try different things, to get engagement, because not that I don't love you all, but when it's the same five people every week and we're not getting attendance, it really bugs me. And it's like, okay, what do we need to do? And so we're gonna try something, and hopefully, knock on wood, we're gonna keep trying.
I'm thrilled we're doing it, so. Changes anyway, trying things.
Does anyone want to talk about dues? Did anybody read that email? I'm just curious. I wanted to see if anybody had anything to say about it.
We have to
I
be
read the
solvent.
email. I've already
So,
yeah, exactly. And also in that same email was about the membership for IMFR. And of course, I've always said that that's something that if you really want to be a member, then you shouldn't have a problem paying the dues to be a member. In fact, I've already sent Rory my IMFR dues.
Actually, I gotta do that yet. Now to think about it.
Yeah, and once again, that was for everybody that wasn't at that meeting. There was a lot of discussion about the dues, and I one of the things I think both Amanda and I are really looking at is, just making sure we're staying on top of that for the next couple years, making sure that that money is coming in, that we're covering what we owe, um and that we're not we're doing the right thing. Most importantly, it's about doing the right thing.
all that 4-way test.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
knowing what brick and mortar clubs cost, I can tell you we're still quite the deal.
Mhm.
No, I believe that. I believe that that's very true. And I didn't feel that it was over the top or anything like that. What we raised everything to, I think it's very reasonable. And we were able to sit back on, kind of rest rest on our laurels for a lot of stuff for a long time. So now it's okay, here's the reality. So we're gonna make it work.
Interestingly enough, the brick and mortar clubs where they've had to pay for venue and pay for meals and stuff like that, they've taken a bigger hit since post-COVID because they're on the average, most of them have their costs have jumped quite a bit post-COVID. The cost of food has gone up a lot as well as there's more charging going on for meeting space.
Yep. My home club is very reasonable. We have breakfast, and it's 180 per quarter.
That
Hmm.
covers your dues and everything?
That covers RI dues, district dues, club operational dues, and breakfast.
Wow.
Oh, and $25 to the Rotary Foundation.
That's tight. Yeah, because ours is gonna be, well, it's 75 a quarter, it's 300 a year. And I know that well, in international part of that is going up to 93, I think it is next year.
I believe so.
Yeah, increases over
So
and continued
that's a
increases over the next 3 years.
yeah,
Yep.
and typically you got about half or a little more than half that. So you've got less than $150 for your club for the year. That's tough.
But we have a fairly large club, so those
Well,
dues get divided out over 75
it,
people.
more members help
Economies
a
of
lot.
scale.
Always help.
Yeah.
Well, I think it comes down to ultimately we want to do right by the club and, kind of keep being able to do some of the things that we have been doing, and just be smart. Be smart with our money.
I think we've done a good thing. I'm actually excited for this team leadership you and Amanda are doing these next 2 years. And I was actually thrilled that David Bluford stepped forward to follow you guys. So
I think and once again, I even want to draft him a little bit in here too. I mean, once again, this is the future of our Rotary Club, even going beyond my term, my term, Amanda's term, making sure I'm a big believer in, keeping a uh keeping us all on the same page. I think that's going to be important. And I think that us all working together is really how we're going to be more successful ultimately.
pretty cool.
Right.
By the
Hey,
way, David was another one that was affected by the Tuesday thing. So, or the Wednesday night, I should say.
What
say
was that?
check your,
Check what?
just telling Deb to check her email. I sent her that code.
I did. And I actually sent it over to Amanda as well because it's something we've been talking about. So very happy, very excited.
The QR code for the Venmo. I think I sent it to you too, Jerry.
Let
You did?
I think
me
you got it on, you might have gotten it on a text or a message.
wait, come back.
You might not want to publish it far and wide yet, worry until you figure out what's going on with the account, because that link or QR code could change.
Yeah, I'll give him a call tomorrow to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, what it is right now, it goes to the Rotary account, the Rotary, then I have to change it, was it transfer it to myself so that it'll go in the bank. But the code, the account that it's going in is the Rotary motorcycle account, so.
Well, that's good.
Just a pass-through link that you're concerned about
Yeah, it's
changing.
just like, wait a minute, I wanted this to go directly to the account, not through me. I understand me being the contact person, but I don't want to be paying income tax on it either.
Right.
Yeah, I got zapped for our first year of operation of this club. So back when we were provisional, so. But hey, we got there.
It's all the things we don't know that we are learning, sometimes painfully.
Someday I'd like to see us take on a 501c3 type setup, but that's gonna need help to do that.
That's
But
probably a couple years
and
out.
we had a guy lined up here in the district that's starting to help out clubs, and poor fella passed away about a month ago.
Oh, that's too
Early.
bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, like Rotarian. In fact, I think I did his induction way back when. Not way back when, but
Well, team, I'm going to have to run, but it's great seeing you. Great being back with you, Jerry. I'll see you in a couple of days.
yeah.
Anybody else coming to the convention? No,
Have you looked at the floor plan on the House of Friendship? How far
I
apart
have.
are we?
We're fairly close,
Okay.
and I was able to work a deal on my booth because I was in a little 10 by 10. I didn't care for the location, and I saw that they had a 10 by 20 opened, and I went back to them and I said, "Give me your best offer on the 10 by 20," and they cut the difference by 50%. So I
Oh
took the
wow.
10 by 20.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, go eat dinner and have a good evening. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you all.
Good
Good to
seeing
hear.
you again.
Press.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Very cool.
Everybody's so quiet.
Yeah.
Check your pulses.
We just want to know what's behind door number one, that big black screen of Deb.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I have two laptops and I actually have some work I need to do tonight. And then I need to pack up my laptop because it has to go with me on this trip. And but for some reason something updated and it just decided that my camera would no longer work. So, and I have tried different things and different drivers and my camera just does not work. So on this
Well,
particular laptop, it works on my other laptop.
my little laptop right near the close switch has this little cover. It just
Oh,
slides.
cool.
You sure you
No,
don't have a little cover?
no, I do not have a little cover. I have tried all sorts of stuff and
Yeah, I
nothing
got,
has has worked. And
I
so
think
I've
I've
just
got
given up on it for now.
I think I've got 2 or 3 little plug-in cameras here. Maybe I'll box one up and send it to you.
Well, and it's aggravating because this is the one, once again, I have certain things on this machine that I don't have on my other machine. Oh my God, it drives me crazy. But I'm like, all right, I got work to do tonight, so I'm not going to mess with this.
Well, I had 3 computers going at once here in the office, and one of them was really starting to die on me. The other one I've got in Iowa right now, and so I finally, in the last 2 days, reconfigured, and I've got it down to just my one new computer. I got my software moved over. I got my accounts reorganized for my company stuff. I'm working again, so, and I've got my laptop here, and I got 3 big screens right above them, everything talking. So.
My husband has a similar setup in his office where he's got multiple screens and everything else. And I'm like, every so often I'm jealous of it. And then at other times I'm like, yeah, not so much. That's a lot to look at.
Yeah, it helps me a lot when I'm working my consulting stuff because I've got a lot open on any one of
Yeah,
those projects. So,
you engineers. Yep, I
can
understand. I got one upstairs who's working on some crazy project right now. I
you
saw
see
the
my
stuff for
two
your. Oh,
see
what
my
are we looking
two
at?
elbows there? My right elbow, look at like a golf ball right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What'd you
from
do?
falling down a ravine in April. I finally went to the doctor about it today. And so it turns out that I've ruptured the burst stack that's in there, and it's evidently healed. It's just that it's full of fluid. So after I get done traveling to Canada, I'm probably gonna go have that lanced. It
Ooh, fun.
looks really weird though. They call it Popeye elbow.
Ha.
And the PA at my office that looked at it today, she's only been there like 6 months or something like that. And she had to run get another one of the new PAs so they could both look at it because the first one they've seen they only saw it in textbooks before. So and they both had to touch it and squish it. It was pretty funny.
Hey, touch my elbow. Touch my elbow.
Oh, I just got an email from Tom Dines. Oh, he's figuring out his schedule. Okay.
Good.
Well, I got to sign off too, guys.
It was good to see you, Larry.
Good seeing you guys.
Okay,
Hopefully
Larry,
we'll
good seeing you.
see you again.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Take care.
Take care, pal.
take
Bye.
care. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Good seeing Deb, isn't it,
Number
guys?
4.
Just
Oh,
good
yeah.
seeing Deb.
Well,
I
I have
don't
about
have any much more to go on tonight. We can leave early if we all want.
I'm good with that. I've got a bunch of stuff to do in preparation for driving at least 600 miles tomorrow, so good
Just
times.
six, just 600?
Yeah, we're only going to do 600 tomorrow and we've gone back and forth. We're leaving probably about 5 a.m., 4:30, 5:30 tomorrow morning. And the weather, as I said, this weather has been really, we've had a lot of rain, and when it's raining here, it has been raining hard. So we're hoping that we're getting out of Texas before what they were forecasting hits. And if we can get all the way across, we're trying to get across Arkansas tomorrow. So hopefully to West Memphis. And we really don't want to go through Memphis if we can avoid it. So that means we have to go kind of up and over into Kentucky on 24 and cross. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I keep saying that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll be fine.
You have a safe trip.
Well, thank you so much. Take a lot of pictures because there'll be a lot of motorcycles. A lot of
Good.
motorcycles. It'll be fun. There are gonna be some people I haven't seen in ages. And maybe I can get them, now it's like, oh, we need some speakers. Let me see what I can
Cool.
drum up because there's some
Speakers
interesting
and
people
members.
out there. Yeah,
Speakers
speakers and
and
members. Yep.
So that'd be cool.
Hey,
Excellent.
Jerry,
Well,
All right. What's that?
that we're 19 East, met 19 West. We were riding, little town of Burnsville. Do you remember that down there in the North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they had a major flood go through there just the other day.
Again?
Yep.
Oh, well, you remember me saying that, with all the disruption of that major vegetation, littler rains are going to be a bigger problem.
So Deb, you be careful down there too, because there's a lot going on around Kentucky and Tennessee.
yeah. No, you're absolutely spot on. So I said to my husband, well, the worst case, we were kind of like, oh, well, how should we come back? And we thought maybe coming down 65, I think it's 65 through kind of down 65 and across, but it's all just gonna, I'm like, let's watch the weather. The great thing is we have enough flexibility that we could be like, we're just gonna stop for the night, and hopefully won't have too many drowned rats to deal with. So it'll be good.
I love those kind of trips.
Yep.
So need to do a few
Good
more of those.
times.
Anybody
All
can
right,
plan
guys.
good weather.
All right, before you go, Deb, can you do the four-way test for us?
Oh my God. I knew you were gonna do that to me. Hold on, I gotta find my cheat sheet because my brain does not retain anything right now. Where
That's
did it
okay.
go? What's funny is I had it recently because I was like, oh, hey, I was looking for this. So, hey, all right, I'm just going to start with,
Wait a
hey,
minute, wait a
guys.
minute. No, wait a minute. I'll find a cheat sheet online and I'll share it. How's that?
That's perfect because I don't know. My desk is horrible right now. I got like 14 pads of paper and I can't even tell. Oh, here it is. I got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Of the things we think, say, or do, number one, is it the
Is
truth?
it the truth?
Number two, is it fair to all concerned? Number three, will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Friendship.
Number four, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Number five, will it be fun?
Yay.
And number six, will we get caught?
All
I
right,
like that
guys.
one.
All right.
Have a good night, guys. I will talk
We're
with you
gonna
all
call it quits
soon.
then. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm going to see if I can pull that